I'm just like super bendy, and I've built everything around that. And also I think being isolated from like the big jiu-jitsu gyms where somebody's telling you what to do all the time and where like you get all the answers, it means I've had to come up with my own answers and my own solutions, and it means that like my style is like really unique, I think, and it's what makes me exciting to watch. Like it's unique and built on attacking, and it's what makes it hard for people to beat me, I think.
I've been very lucky in that I get to train with Shay pretty much every day, and that's an education for me. He's able to do things that other people are not able to do, and he combines that with a knowledge of the game, which makes him absolute nightmare. He's the best guy in here, and we have guys here like 100 kilos, and he's whipping them, you know. With Diogo, we've seen Pato give him trouble. Shay has the same sort of skill set that could allow him to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if he gave him the same issues that Pato did. Obviously, Diogo's a little bit bigger, has a little bit more experience on his side. He's much physically stronger. But Shay is one of those guys that he's unorthodox. He does stuff that's weird, and I think on any given day he can beat anyone in the world.
I think everybody's jiu-jitsu, whether they realise it or not, is an amalgamation of the people that came before. My jiu-jitsu is like so many different people's jiu-jitsu combined with my own flavour. Like this is kind of, I think all good jiu-jitsu people, like they've taken from the people around them, and they've also added their own thing, like their own little solutions and stuff, which is what allows them to win. It's like a gym with bad haircuts. It's almost like, don't let you train here if you look normal. Well, the look happened purely as a joke in like lockdown. Like I kept adding things because I thought it'd be funny because I'd be stuck in the house. I'll grow a moustache because it'll be funny. I'll bleach my hair because it'll be funny. Like I'll grow a mullet because it'll be funny. And then everything I grew, I like, wow, that actually looks way better than it did before. And then now I just can't go back. You know, I look at the photos of me with like black hair and like, wow, I used to be quite ugly. So still ugly, but like less ugly. So it's like an improvement, you know.
She's pretty cool. Like, I feel like you get what you see when you look at Shay. Obviously, you look at him, he looks a bit funky. He's definitely one of a kind. I don't think I've met anybody that's much like him.
Training's always going good. Like I train twice a day, every day, regardless of if I'm in camp or not. You know, my training never really changes. You know, like closer to competitions, I eat healthier. Like I go to bed earlier, but the actual training is just consistent my whole life. You know, like I enjoy it, and jiu-jitsu is good. It's not like MMA where you're getting punched in the head and you can't hard spar all the time. I can just come in here and spar as hard as I like every day, and I'm always trying to get better too. Like people that stop trying to get better in jiu-jitsu because they're outside of a tournament, that seems pretty stupid to me. Like I'm always trying to figure out new problems, try new moves. So yeah, it's going good. It's the same as my life. I'm training hard and excited, you know. I've watched Diogo's matches. I've watched Diogo's matches for years before like I even was planning on competing against him. I've learned a lot from watching Diogo's matches over the years, both gi and no gi. Like I think the guys from LGOL, they have like a really good system. Like you see them, there's a lot of common moves between them, and they do them really well. And it's like I've already like watched to learn them, and now it's like nice to try and figure out solutions to those problems, you know. I think Diogo's like really good jiu-jitsu. I think he's really cool. He's somebody I've been a fan of for ages, you know, so it's like a really cool match for me. I think it'll be an exciting match, and on bottom he attacks too. He likes to make connections, wrestle up and stuff, which is like fun for scrambles, which is what you want in a match like this. You want scrambles, you know, you want an open match where both people are able to attack submissions, like, and I think the style matchup between us two will create that.
I think like no matter who she's facing, and like you even see when he's rolling in here, it's like non-stop just looking for the finish. Like I think like his submission rate in every competition he does, it's very rare that you actually look at his run and it's not all sub wins that he's got. So I definitely think like he's not the type of guy to go for like a big name and be like, oh, I'm going to play it safe here. And he's going to come out looking to finish it and look to do what he does.
I think a lot of people think that like I'm just in this match to lose, you know, people that don't really know. I can understand, like I'm from like a part of the world where you don't usually see good jiu-jitsu people, you know, and like I've not been black belt for long, so like you can understand why they say that. The only thing I'd like to do is just prove them wrong. Like they don't have to get into arguments with anyone, you know, like I'm self-confident and I believe in myself, so like all I'm going to do is just go out there and prove everyone wrong, and then they're like, oh wow, I was wrong, and he's actually really good at jiu-jitsu, and I'll be like, yeah, great. Like the perfect goal for me would be beat Diogo Hayes and then have who's #1 actually make a title for my weight, which is what, like 56, 57 kilograms, and win that title too. You know, that'd be really cool. That'd be like a big thing for me. That'd be really cool.
Good morning. Ready for the WNO? Yeah. So now it's a commercial class. So Professor Well is the professor here. So he will. I think we're gonna start a warm up and then drills and then porrada. I'm feeling really good after 6 months without competing because of my last match against Pato. So be back in who's number one, you know, it's the time of repetition. So, and also who's number one is a big tournament for everybody who's gonna fight. So it's a big show for athletes. So be back again on the event that I lost and back to win. So it's really funny. My match against Shay will be really cool because it's funny because he has his different personality, you know, like American style or European, I don't know. But also, I fought against him in 2020 in Europeans. He was my first fight. He didn't change a lot. I mean, his body because he's skinny, he's really flexible. And I will face a guy who is smaller than me, but really flexible. So I need to find ways to get space to pass his guard. His game, his style, his flexibility. He's not so strong, but very flexible and really small. So it will be really interesting. So can't wait.
Is your plan to win a bunch of more matches and fight for the WNO belt again?
Yeah, I wanted that. I was on the top, now I'm down. So I have to climb again to fight for the belt again. No problem. This is what makes the champions, you know, different. Because they know how to deal with the ups and downs. Probably more downs. Mindset, everything. On this time that I was not competing, I was trying to develop more my submission, work more on that. On this gap because it's missing a lot. People just think I'm just tactical strategy guy, but I've been working a lot on this gap that I have. I'm involved a lot, and I can show now. I hope I wanna do 2 or 3 fights before a DCC or just one, and then show everything in the big stage. What is it? What do you want? What is this? Yeah, I was doing Megalodon, but a Megalodon not so funny as a Baby Shark. And I realized like my personality is funny, you know. Kids like Baby Shark is, everybody knows Baby Shark, you know. So Baby Shark cover everybody, so it's funny. People like it. Also, old people, when they listen Baby Shark, they change. You know, it's different. The feeling is different. It's funny. Megalodon is more monster, you know. And no monster. It's funny. Just wanna say I'm ready for the who's number one. I'll be ready for Baby Shark. He's gonna put a show over there, and then hope the next fight for the belt. Awesome.
Today was 7 p.m. no-gi advanced train, so basically we just drilled for like 30-45 minutes, just like sweeping, passing, butterfly sweeps, all that. And then I did like 1 warm-up round, and then I did like 3 hard rounds.
Escape, Nathan? Yeah, right? Escape from the locked-in armbar trap. What a great drill. So that's what we got going on today. He's standing up. As he works to his feet, I'm circling to that near foot, loading his weight onto that foot, getting his ankle, and getting to top position, pulling from my other hook and settling. This will not work if his head is over his opposite foot. So if he's standing up, and we're here, like, even if I can reach it, I'm never gonna get this because it's just his weight's gonna transfer to his other leg. And even if I do pick up his leg, like, I'm not making him fall over. The example is, if his weight's on this side, he picked his foot up, he's just gonna pick his foot up. But if I push his weight onto that leg, and he picks that foot out, he's gonna fall over. So you need to really make sure that you get their weight over that foot. And if you're not able to get that control, you can always switch sides and go to the other ankle to complete that sweep. So that will be kind of our part 2. We're going here, we're trying to get to that foot, and he's kind of still stepping it back. So we're gonna switch sides, ankle, push, complete sweep, build up, okay? That's what we got going on today. Any questions on that? Fell on the scooter. The dog. It was Kona. Yeah. All right, everyone good? You got it? Let's go. 1, 2. Yeah, like an hour ago. She was tied to the scooter, and I was walking the scooter because we were going down like the riverbed. So strong. And she started running as we were walking down the riverbed. It's muddy. So I slipped, and I fell, and I scraped my arm, all up my leg, and my freaking, yeah. So I got that. So I'm not training tonight. I know. Hey, 2 points. Yeah. I'm so mad. So we've actually been doing a lot of guard work since ADCC trials. So ADCC trials was a lot of takedowns and a lot of back takes and turtle positioning. So now, kind of where after the trials, we're trying to round out like the other areas of like everyone's game. So it was kind of like a coincidence that now Andrew fights Tommy, like a big guard player. So it really helps that we're developing and working a lot of different guard systems. So he can continue to work his passing when everyone else is really working on their guard. So it's been working out. We did some butterfly stuff today, and we're working them to kind of working back into their feet and working the ankle picks, and then eventually going to work into some leg attacks. Alright, time guys, water, mouth guys. It's been really good for him. I mean, Tommy's a really tough puzzle, tough code to crack, you know. He plays the same game against everyone. He doesn't really change it up because he's so good at it. So we're just having to really kind of strategize and dissect what he's good at. I love this music. I don't know if this music's be in the video, but it's so good at roll 2. Even if you're getting submitted, you're still in a good mood.
I mean, it's hell week, you know, I'm doing the hardest week of training this week, so I'm just tired all day. Like the night session for this session, I was just like, and then once you get warmed up, maybe like 30 minutes into warm up, you start waking up again, you know? But that's how the whole week goes, man. You're just tired all the time, and you hate training. Like, I love training, but this week I hate it because I'm just training so hard. You know, I'm just like not looking forward to training because I'm just so tired. I'm just like, another time to beat myself up. But
payoff at the end, though.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's the mindset for sure. Trying to keep in the mindset that I got a 15-minute round coming up, so we're doing 7-minute rounds and try not to rest in between the 7 minutes, grab a new partner and get straight back to it again. So like keeping in that mindset, like learning how long that 15 minutes feel. But yeah, tonight was a good training session. I was a little beat up going into it, so I didn't go balls to the walls, but I still gave a little bit, you know? Going really good. I've been watching Tommy for a long time, so I'm very prepared for him. I know Tommy is freaking tough, you know, he's been in the game for forever, and he's only still getting better in the no-gi, so it's gonna be a great fight. I know he's got a very tough guard, good wrestling as of lately, very hard like anti-jiu-jitsu to let you pass, like his type of, not like anti-jiu-jitsu, but his guard is to like slow you down and not let you do anything, and so that he can attack you. So it will be very interesting to see if I can like create some movement, get him moving, and to see if he can like slow me down.
What is it like training with Andrew Tackett every day?
Well, have you ever tried to wrestle a bear smothered in grease? Because he just goes around and around and around. You grab onto him and then he's on your back. It's so hard. He's just like, no matter what I do, he'll just scramble to a better position. And then you're like, fuck, I thought I had something for a second, and now he's on my back.
He's got a big match coming up with losing alone with Tommy Langgeiger. How do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to do amazing. He feels so good right now. Like, he feels like he's leveled up since trials, so I only see him doing like amazing and beating Tommy hands down.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
As sad as it sounds, you know, gotta make way for the newer generation Tommy. No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Tommy's cool, man. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I mean, I'm on fire, you know. I've been working hard, I've been training hard, and I'm confident, you know. I'm humble enough to admit what my faults are so that I'm constantly improving, but I'm confident enough in what I'm good at. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but I think I'm gonna pass him and stuff and choke him and or do some crazy stuff. It's gonna be, I mean, we got 15 minutes in there to who's #1 rule set, so a lot of time to make mistakes and a lot of times to gas out, a lot of time, you know, anything could happen, but I think I just gotta stay tight and go after him.
Yeah, he's like the friendliest, kindest person who will try to wrist lock you like 12 times in a row, and like crazy athletic, one of the best people I've ever rolled with. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. He's like a gymnast. He's like Batman, bro. Yeah, so that was, he could have subbed me like 50 different times, but he was only going for the wrist lock, so yeah, that's some rounds are like that, right?
Yeah, he's got a big match coming up on who's number one with Tommy Langacker. How do you think he's going to do?
Dude, man, Andrew's got to win, bro. If Andrew doesn't win every match he's ever in, I think everyone else should just quit jiu-jitsu right now. It just doesn't make sense how good he is. Yeah, I mean, I think Tommy's a great guy. I think he'll be competitive, but I think Andrew's gonna come out with the sub for sure.
All right, well, obviously, who's number 123 coming up here in just a little bit, May 10th. What can the fans expect from Andrew Tackett when he steps out there?
I think they can expect what they always get, just a high pace, just someone that, like, even though he's gassed or tired or losing, just like still going after him. Someone that if he's in a position where he's winning, but yet the match is boring, he'll let go of it and keep going just to push the pace, and expect a win. That's what you should expect. But yeah, I'm going after him, man. I'm excited. This will be sick. I've been training hard, so let's go, fans. Let's go. We're gonna make it happen.
Can you do it off the side? Let's go flagpole.
You can't do flag because we have this right here.
This one right here. Oh shit!
Oh, it's square. It hurts. It hurts. It's like sharp too. It's like bad welds. Oh, that was not good.
Yeah, I was watching their one. They were making this. I was like, you could probably do the one-arm.
This is where the Vikings would sail out to see the world.
All right, it's a rainy day here in Haugesund. Seems like basically this whole trip we've just been, hitting the gray, rainy weather. Maybe that's Europe, I don't really know for sure. But we're here in Haugesund. I'm outside of Wolfing Academy now. It's in those doors. We're gonna meet up with Tommy. I think Tommy might be a little under the weather. He just had his one championship match with Cade Ruotolo. So he's obviously been training hard and all that, but we're here now at Wolfing Academy.
Today we're working on just standing up. Basically, if the opponent is really heavy on top, so both the people are working. So the person on top is working on maintaining pressure, keeping the person on bottom floored, maintaining the pressure forward and so on. The other person is working on trying to get up, because say if my opponent on top has a really good base, I'm not able to utilize my sweeps and my guards. I need to be able to re-engage in some kind of way. And in this scenario, it's going to be by standing up, trying to either reshoot or just restart the positioning.
I feel like Tommy, he has like a very good understanding of the rule set and how to specifically be very good at the positions. Like, we need to think a little bit differently. Like, we need to secure the point in different ways. So I feel like this is a very good preparation for the ADCC. I think Norway is doing great. I mean, like, I really adore the Norwegian people and how they just like embrace the jiu-jitsu, and I feel like we're having so many athletes that's been doing great, even though we're not like the biggest country, but I feel like people are taking it very seriously.
What would it mean for you to get a ticket to ADCC?
Well, it's the main goal. I really want to fight there, and I was so close the last trial, and unfortunately the girls couldn't win the ticket last one, but I really want to fight there. It's like the biggest dream, to be honest.
Doing 3 minutes no points and 3 minutes points. So now everything like 80cc trial style. So they have to be cautious in what they do.
How's training going, Vagner?
Good. Yeah.
You getting some hard rounds in?
Yeah. Tommy's sick, but Mohammed and Marcin, really tough guys.
Nice.
It was fun having a lot of people coming over and Anne coming over, and it was a lot of fun having some girls here today and just spar. I just want to spar. You know, I'm still in this phase that never ends of me. The only thing, if I decide training, it will just be spar.
What do you think about the 80cc wall stack competing in between 80?
It's fun. I like it. I like, you know, being able to sit down and play around a little bit with the leg locks, not being scared of shit, being like, oh, if I throw myself on this arm bar, I'll get 2 down, because that really opens up. Like, I want to throw myself a shit and just be like, it's not a sweep, it's not like 2 points going off, and that, I feel like that's very fun. And the wrestling bit is also super fun, so I don't know, I really appreciate the rules set. I think it's fun.
We go to the famous middag and lunch centralen. It's owned by a guy named Luan. He's the former owner of Pizza and Pasta Centralen, also a famous place. And now he runs this diner shop, and we go there every time after morning training. We go there to eat. It's quite good.
You guys think? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
I'm not there that often, but I
Okay.
like chicken and rice. It's
Nice.
good.
Yeah, chicken's the best. Okay, cool.
Churchcockle, meatballs.
Nice.
This is where the power lays. You know?
That's what Vagner got too.
Ah, yeah, you see, strong people think alike. This is where we get all the power from, you see? The good, the good stuff.
Nice.
It's meatballs with brown sauce, tyttebærsyltetøy, some vegetables, and this is pea stew, so super healthy.
Okay.
We're heading to Haraldshaugen, which is the monument for our founding father of Norway, and so it's a monument for him. And we have every pillar for each commune he had to conquer to gather Norway into one kingdom. So this is our pride. So Oslo can suck it. This is where Norway had the foundation to be created.
Nice.
This is where the Vikings would sail out to see the world. This is like one of the reasons why it's called Norway. It means the northern way. So there's support going in if you follow the port, you go into the mainland of Norway. This is also why it was chosen to be one of the capitals during the Viking Age, because it was easy to control shipments going through that port.
I built this then. Yeah. I fell down from a few, what's it called, stige?
The roof?
The ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Fell down like 2 meters straight down. But yeah, I survived.
Did you like training to be a carpenter and everything?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's shit work, but it's honest work, and it's really nice and giving, because it makes you be outside and challenge yourself and learning a skill. So I always I have this fantasy, like if everything goes shit, then I'll do carpentry, and like if I just want to escape, I'll just do carpentry.
Yeah.
Still enjoy it.
You think maybe one day we'll just see Tommy disappear and you'll just be building houses and...
You never know.
Do you like hiking everything? Do you like coming out into the nature here?
Yeah, I love hiking. That's why I got a dog as well. I want to do more hikes. Josefina, my girlfriend, doesn't want to do that much hikes. She doesn't like hiking, but I enjoy it. I enjoy time out. I've always been outside a little bit. Recovery. Now we're making you experience some sauna, some ocean water, and good air. Yeah. Feel refreshed and ready to win gold.
Vagner, what do you think?
That was awesome.
Nice.
Get some power.
Vagner, big match coming up. WNO main event, taking on Nicholas Maragali. Tell me your thoughts on this match.
It's an amazing match. Nicholas is in the top of the game now. He is the #1 substitute for the #1, right? So he trains under the New Wave crew, and Gordon is #1, and he's secondly to be #2 right now because he's just been killing everybody and making everybody look silly. And there isn't many guys left over for him to make look silly. So I love the challenge. You know, I love matches that excite me and make me feel young again. And I thought this would be a good opportunity, especially after I was able to get a win over Luke, who is one of his main training partners and also a very great athlete. So the conversation started happening, and we made this happen. And I'm excited. He's a huge challenge. You know, I've been here before, and I love being the underdog. So this gives me an opportunity to showcase the true dog I am in match time.
What's it been like watching Nicholas transition from no-gi, or from the gi rather, over into no-gi, and watching him have a lot of success? You're somebody who's been an OG in the no-gi game for a long time. Watching him, what's it been like?
He was an amazing gi player. I know he's one of the best in the world currently still. And I believe it's all jiu-jitsu. You know, there's some nuances and little things that change, but jiu-jitsu, it's still the same. There's not much difference. Some people might think otherwise. I don't. I've competed in the gi and I've competed in no-gi a lot, and I believe that jiu-jitsu is still jiu-jitsu. Clothes doesn't change what the jiu-jitsu is. So, and he has amazing jiu-jitsu. So I just got to be able to recognize and capitalize where I know I see holes and opportunities.
What was the difference for you to pick up that win over Luke recently, right?
I think it was experience. I was able to, dog the first couple minutes of trouble that I had. Luke was just killing everybody. I think he had a perfect year where he subbed everybody. He was at 100% finish rate. And I was able to kind of, create a longer match that he's not used to and bring the dog out of him, and put him in deep waters that he's never been in. So I believe I could do that with anybody. Given the right timing and space. So
Maragali's been really good at kind of melting opponents, right? Getting guys over time to drop the energy level and then he starts to pour it on. Do you think that's an option in this match? Or are you ready for that?
That sounds exactly what I like doing myself. I love doing that. That's my motto is to melt people, and my motto is to push the pace till they start to slow down, and then I pick up another gear and change gears and push through. So, yeah, I don't see that being an option. He's going to have to break through a very solid castle to get that done.
He likes to talk a lot of trash. He likes to play the mind games beforehand. Is that going to be a factor in this match? I know you like to play the mind games too.
No, I don't think there's much he could say that could pull me out of character. I think he's great at doing that with guys that don't know how to react and how to act. I think I'm just too mature for that, and I think there's nothing he can say that could affect me. My life is perfect. There's nothing in this world that he can say to me that I was like, oh my God, that hurt my feelings. It's hard. You gotta have feelings to get hurt for that to happen. So I don't see that happening. And the real trash talking will happen the day of the fight. During the match. That's when I want to see him talk. That's when I want to see him show me what he's been saying or what he's gonna do, and prove, to be true what he thinks he can do or not do.
Is this gonna be the first WNO where you and Jasmine both fight?
This will be another first for daughter and son, daughter and father and daughter. And we've had Jasmine and Achilles on WNO. I would like to have a trio, us three, but right now it's just Jasmine and I. Achilles, man, who wouldn't want to see Achilles fight? Achilles is a showstopper, by the way. If you guys haven't been watching him, he's freaking kid's just there's nothing like him. Watching matches, he's unpredictable. Does things that he's had the best 3 matches in all 3 trials. All 3 trials he had best match in Brazil, first trials, best match in Brazil, second trials, best match here today. So kid's just unreal, It would be nice maybe get him on the card, but right now it's just me and Jazz.
I can't disagree with that. Achilles has been absolutely crushing it at these trials, man. What is the prediction for your match with Maragali? Do you have a prediction? Do you have, what should people be looking for when they tune in to watch Vagner versus Maragali?
A bar burner, man. He's going to push the pace, and I'm going to push with him. So we're going to see who can climb to Mount Everest and get to the top first. So that's the goal.
I love it. Let's see it. May 10th, Arlington, Texas, WNO 23.
Vagner has an underrated leg lock game. Do you think he's going to be looking for those against you on Friday?
Yeah, for sure. I think this is one of the things that he should be looking for, and I guess he will. So he probably knows technically we live in 2 different dimensions. I'm so far ahead, and having tricks like hit a heel hook or hit a guillotine or something that could take me in caught me when I'm not aware much, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to explain, but I think that is everything he has. So probably he can try jump into my leg or be more conservative about taking me down, but also working more with guillotine setups. I'm more expecting that type of Vagner for Friday.
What kind of game are you going to be trying to play against Vagner? And we can throw up the graphic if you have it up, Josh, of Maragali. Not these ones. We can skip these ones. Let's go into just 4A, Vagner versus Nicholas. Yeah. So obviously Friday, May 10th, who's number 123 is going down in Arlington, Texas. There might be tickets still available. I'm not sure. So you can go to the ticket link there. But Maragali is going to be main eventing against Vagner. Kind of what's your expectation for this match against Vagner?
My game changed a little bit since my last fight against Matheus Diniz in March, and I changed my wrestle game a little bit to this fight because I know Vagner, he likes to play very conservative, extending arms and hand fighting in a way where it's kind of dirty, like he tries to break your fingers. I don't want to have my hands fucked up from my HCC camp. So, and when I make funny on my Instagram where I would wrestle him with my arms crossed, it's not because I'm only making funny, but actually because I'm developing a wrestle style where I'm not using my hands much to tie up my opponent's body. Because one of the main concerns when we talk about wrestling, grappling, like stand-up game, people, they do not engage bodies. They more like use arms as a weapon. Like, it's really hard to shoot someone when the arms are extended so much distance. Even if I drop my level and I try shoot underneath the hips, I'm not going to be able to do that. That is why people are so ineffective shooting throws. So I develop a kind of game where I can tie up myself on people by not using my arms to approach and then build up underhooks, overhooks, tie waists, and shooting legs, like high double legs, high single legs. So I'm pretty confident that there's going to be, that is my game plan actually, but I'm pretty confident it's going to work out pretty well. Because the hardest thing against Vagner is not going to be shoot on his legs. It's going to be close the distance. Because he does a very good job by walking away and like avoiding jiu-jitsu exchange. Like he's kind of good. Like on top, like when someone is playing guard, he engages. That's kind of weird because like when he's on top, he's avoiding wrestle exchange, but when someone is playing bottom, he comes after, which is cool. Like he's not trying to stall from top. So I'm kind of excited.
Once described as a place where East meets West, Arlington, Texas is the home destination of Who's Number 1 23, where Nicholas Maragali will meet Vagner Rocha. Tonight, live from the College Park Center, it's a battle of generations here on FloGrappling. As the anticipation builds and grappling fans grab their seats, we welcome you to the Who's Number 1 23 pre-show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jake Watson, joined once again by Kendall Rusing here at the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas. We want to welcome you to the pre-show. Kendall, what a night we have ahead. Give me your thoughts.
What a night indeed. We have legends, we have up-and-comers, we have families fighting here on the mats together tonight, and we've got some very, very excited fans. I am so stoked to be here.
I am absolutely on your side there, Kendall. Let's take a look at the main card that we have here at Who's Number 1 23. As you guys can see, Nicholas Maragali and Vagner Rocha will headline the co-main event. Andrew Tackett and Tommy Langaker, Felipe Pena, Rafael Lovato Jr. on the card in a battle of timeless jiu-jitsu there. JT Torres will take on Nicky Ryan. Jasmine Rocha takes on Emily Ferreira and Diogo Hayes and Shea Montague. Kick off the main card. Man, what a night of action we have ahead, Kendall. And I want to start by talking a little bit about that match between JT Torres and Nicky Ryan.
Man, you said it best when you said that he has been unscored on 10 years for ADCC. It's pretty incredible to imagine the ability that it takes to score any sort of positional advantage on JT Torres. He is seemingly unbeatable, right? Not necessarily unbeatable, but with Nicky Ryan coming at him, this is not going to be an early scoring kind of match. I think we're going to see a very, very grindy entrance. There's going to be looks to see who can get to the top, whether we see a wrestling entanglement there or we see Nicky pull and look for his wrestle-ups. I think we're going to be seeing someone really edging out the top position.
Well, one thing that we've heard for years is that we have seen nothing yet when it comes to Nicky Ryan. His skill that every one of his training partners through the years has said is just growing astronomically, and we haven't always seen it on the competition mats, whereas JT Torres, it seems like he is able to compete at such a high level. His preparation is second to none. He's able to come into every single match with a lot of information, a lot of studying, and a great regimentation of strength and conditioning. I think it might even boil down to that in this match. What do you feel are Nicky Ryan's keys to victory in a match versus JT Torres? I mean, he does lock people down pretty well. What do you see his keys to victory are?
Yeah, I think that one thing that's interesting about JT has a lot of maturity, right? We see his experience, his maturity on the mats, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, right? We were talking about earlier with being unscored on and so forth. So with Nicky, I think that we need to see him get to the top position. Now, with the wrestling, that's very difficult. Who takes down JT Torres, right? But where Nicky shines, what we've seen is a lot of his wrestle-ups are really, really impressive. So he can get to the top position and put a lot of pressure with the passing there, like we've seen in previous matches, for example, with Dante Leon. I think that could be a sort of path to victory for Nicky Ryan. However, we've seen him, kind of sparsely over the last couple of years with different injuries and coming back, but he always comes back with improvement. So I could be surprised he could come back with something new.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan definitely had a nearly flawless run at the East Coast Trials in 2023 for ADCC, so I'm very excited to see that matchup. Another matchup that we want to talk about is a battle between two people who have been in the game for a long time. Rafael Lovato Jr. taking on Felipe Preguiça Pena, Kendall Rusing.
Man, two absolute legends, am I right? It's like the easiest way to describe that match. You have Felipe Pena, Lovato Jr. Now, this is a match that I didn't even know if we were ever going to get to see, right? Because potential retirements, people taking different times off. Both of these gentlemen have been around for so long, have all the titles in the books, and now we get to see them here match up in front of us.
You know, this matchup is pretty interesting to me because Rafael Lovato Jr. possesses this sort of wrestling style that can be offensive, but a lot of times no one can take him down. This match, I think, will be predicated on whether or not Felipe Pena decides to pull guard. One thing that Mo Jasmine, the head ADCC organizer, was saying is that he believes that we are going to see a renewed, reinvigorated Felipe Pena. We'll see if Mo's prediction proves true.
Yeah, so it kind of leads me to an interesting question for you, Jake. When you're thinking about new and invigorated, we know Felipe Pena obviously represents the team Gracie Baja. He's also trained with Andre Galvao down at the Atos headquarters. What do you think he is going to bring that would be new? You think this is more of a bottom style? This is some wrestling where he's looking to come up on top and start to pass? Lovato is pretty hard to beat anywhere, right?
I feel hardly qualified to answer that question. I feel like Felipe Pena and Rafael Lovato Jr. both are absolutely incredible champions. Now, what that means, again, I'm not sure. They're both incredible. Felipe Pena has done some really incredible stuff, and honestly, I wish I had more information for you, Kendall, but I am interested in looking forward to it tonight. The co-main event is the next match we're going to talk about. Andrew Tackett and Tommy Langaker are going to take the mats.
Man, I have dubbed this as my prediction for the most exciting match of the card. You have Andrew Tackett, fresh off a ADCC trial victory, so we'll see him in August at the ADCC T-Mobile Arena. It's going to be insane. He's unpredictable. He's so fun to watch. He is constantly flying around the mat, and he used to be one of those competitors that in a bracket of mature athletes you would count out. He is no longer that guy. He's proved it, right? Now, coming in against Tommy Langaker, I mean, Langaker has the ability to not only be super spicy, be crazy, throw up submissions, go for those back takes, but he also has the maturity to know how to win when it counts. He can hold a position if he needs to. He can ride things out if he needs to. That could be a key to victory with someone as wild on the mats as Tackett.
Yeah, and you might even think that the time could play a factor in there, but we've seen Andrew Tackett versus PJ Barch. If you guys haven't seen that match on the FloGrappling YouTube, I highly encourage you. It is absolutely incredible, and that was 15 minutes of nonstop action. Tommy Langaker, perhaps a little bit more, I want to say, by the book than Andrew Tackett. I mean, Andrew has some pretty unhinged jiu-jitsu. Both of these competitors have taken the back into sort of an art form of itself, and I'm very excited to see who's able to create that opening first.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you use the word unhinged, right? Because that's exactly how I view it. But it's really interesting, too, because Langaker doesn't exactly have a slow, methodical style. He can be very, very exciting himself. And it's interesting to note, too, for those of you guys who haven't watched Tackett for too long, is he actually is like a true testament to the Who's Number One process. He went in on that crazy Who's Next show that we had, came into the Night of Champions most recently with that match with PJ Barch, like we mentioned, and now has won trials and is here fighting in a pretty big matchup. So it's exciting to see his evolution.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be the co-main event of the evening, and it is going to culminate with a matchup between Nicholas Maragali and Vagner Rocha at the press conference live on FloGrappling. It got a little intense. Take a look.
Inflate yourself like a balloon. But the fact is, Nicholas, I see a guy sitting across from me that's trying to be somebody that he isn't. You're trying to be somebody else. And it is what it is, man. We're going to go there tomorrow. We're going to square up. And when we square up, you will know the difference.
if you live on my side, I actually hold myself when I have this microphone in my hands, because I talk way darker than this. Like, what I think and the things I believe, it's based on jiu-jitsu. That's it. You are tough. Pena is tough. I'm tough. Kind of tough. Why am I beating people and make them look like a child? Because I'm a better, technically speaking. Simple as that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining us for the Who's Number 123 pre-show, please welcome the greatest no-gi grappler of all time, Gordon Ryan.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, I don't know if I'm underdressed or overdressed, but you guys look phenomenal tonight.
Well, that's really nice.
Thank you. Maybe dressed adjacent. Maybe with just different styles, but still elevated.
I'm trying to fit in and stand out at the same time.
So it's Texas formal.
You're really good at that.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Well, Gordon, I wanted to start out by asking you what you thought of Vagner's comments. You trained with Nicholas Maragali. You've developed a close friendship with him. What do you think of Vagner's comments at the press conference?
I think Vagner's pretty good on the mic. He's very calm. He's cool, collected. He's one of the few Brazilians that has very good English. He sounds like he's from America, so he can talk with the best of them. And it's very hard to get in Vagner's head. I don't think it's he's seen it all. So you're not gonna break Vagner mentally. They were going back and forth. I was entertained watching it. I think the fans were entertained, and I'm just excited to go out there tonight and I'm gonna be coaching against Vagner, but I just want to see what he has in store. And Vagner's always a gamer, so it's bound to be fascinating one way or the other.
So outside the battle of the mic, one of the things that's interesting to us is how quickly Nicholas has excelled in no-gi, right? He's one of the greatest gi fighters of all time, multiple world titles. But when he was transitioning to no-gi, we've actually talked about this before. It was like pretty insane how quick he was adapting and excelling. But the question in particular that I have is like the last time we saw him with Kainan Dwarch, right? He has an incredible submission victory. What specifically has he improved on since then that you think is going to be a key role in the match with Vagner?
I think since the Kainan match, the thing he's improved on most is probably his wrestling. He just has this thing now where he doesn't like to play guard. He will play guard. He's very good at playing guard, but he just wants to wrestle guys. He wants to prove, because everyone thinks that, his wrestling's terrible. He wants to prove that I can go out there and I can take the best guys in the world down. So it'll be interesting to see what he does tonight. I'm not really sure if he's going to pull guard or if he's going to wrestle, but if he does wrestle, we're going to see some fireworks, because I know Vagner's definitely not accepting bottom position, and if Nicholas chooses not to accept bottom position, someone's going to get taken down.
So in regards to your own personal experience going against Vagner Rocha, what do you feel like are some of the key elements that Nicholas needs to take into this match, he needs to watch out for in the style of Vagner Rocha?
Yeah, so I've trained with Vagner. I've competed against Vagner 3 times. He's pretty dangerous from everywhere. He's very positionally sound, very tactically good, and he has very sneaky kimuras from everywhere. So he's very good at using kimuras either as submissions or using it to transition to other positions, both offensively and defensively, when either he's attacking or when people are attacking him. And he's got a very annoying kind of top game where he can pass you at any time. He takes good opportunities. He's very good with his timing, and he's very hard to off balance. So I think if Vagner can keep it standing and hit some takedowns, I think if Vagner can stay in top position or get to a good position, that's what Vagner really needs to do. The one big issue I see for Vagner is going to be if he ends up in a bad position or if he ends up in bottom position, because Maragali's passing is just unstoppable. He just puts so much pressure on guys. You see the energy level go down, and then it just gets worse from there.
Well, champ, thank you so much for joining us for a few quick questions on the Who's Number 123 pre-show. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest submission grappler of all time, Gordon Ryan. We look forward to hopefully seeing you back soon.
Of course.
That being said, let's take a look at the undercard here at Who's Number 123. It's going to be kicked off by Evan Levy and Marlon Tanaka. Cassie Mora is going to take on Jesse Crane. Lucas Lero takes on Hussam Alabed. And then, finally, headlining the undercard is going to be Achilles Rocha as he takes on Cameron Couch. And you might notice, Kendall, that there are 3 Rochas on this card. Achilles Rocha, Jasmine Rocha, and Vagner Rocha. We have a cool little package we want to show you right now.
I guess it's pretty cool, my whole family out here, everybody eyes on us, seeing what's going to happen, how's it's going to end up. But we're here to put on a show every time.
It's definitely different to have all 3 of us competing. The vibes are great. Everybody's super excited, and I know once Achilles gets that first win, that momentum's going to keep going, and it's going to be a clean sweep tomorrow night, 3-0.
It's more than proud. It's like a thing that never happens in any sport or any professional avenue. So for us to all be able to compete at the highest level and to be featured on an event like this, You know, this is just, it's all made of dreams, you know, so it's bizarre. You know, I've been trying to put a finger on it and understand the capacity of it, and I don't know if I will today. Maybe in 10 years from now, I'll look back and be like, wow, I did that with them, you know.
Well, it's a Rocha family affair, as you guys saw there. We want to give you guys a little bit more information about who's number 123 and how you can follow along. If you take a look in the bottom left of the screen, you're going to see hashtag WNO23. That's hashtag who's number 123. Let us know that you're following along. We want to see that you're engaged, that you're watching along online. We love fan engagement, and we hope you guys use that hashtag. Who knows? You might even make it to be a part of the show.
Or on Instagram.
Or on Instagram. You never know.
All over the social.
You heard it from Kendall, not from me. But also, FloGrappling.com is the location that you will see the main event, the main card. So the prelim is going to be free on YouTube, but if you want to watch the final, if you want to watch the main card, and you want to see the news, articles, and updates, go to FloGrappling.com and make sure that you buy a subscription. All the action tonight is exclusively on FloGrappling, the place for jiu-jitsu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Who's Number 123 pre-show. My name is Jake Watson. I am joined by Kendall Rusing, and we will see you guys on the mat. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Live from the College Park Center in beautiful Arlington, Texas, this is Who's Number 123. We got a night of action with some of the best submission grapplers in the world and from here in Texas. Ricardo Amendolia here with Mr. Sean Williams. And Sean, we are in store for another exceptional Who's Number 1 fight card.
Yes, we are. I'm going to sound like a broken record every WNO because it's without doubt that the matchmaking in WNO provides some of, if not most of the most exciting grappling on the planet. And the card here, I don't think it's going to disappoint. This is going to be right up there. We're going to have some incredible, incredible matchups.
Yeah, from top to bottom, main card, undercard, just absolutely stacked. Let's take a look at the card. Opening up the main card, we have Diogo Hayes, former Who's Number 1 champion, against Shea Montaghi, making his Who's Number 1 debut. Jasmine Rocha makes a return against Emily Ferreira, who's also Who's Number 1 veteran. Then we got JT Torres versus Nikki Ryan, one of the most anticipated matches of this event, followed up by the legends Felipe Pena versus Rafael Lovato Jr. Then Andrew Tackett versus Tommy Langacker. Are you kidding me? That's got fireworks all over it. And to top things off, we got Nicholas Maragali against Vagner Rocha. So this is going to be an awesome night. Main card, that's the rundown. Let's take a look at the undercard. We got a lot of local representation on the undercard. First off, we got Marlon Tanaka taking on the sub-only finishers, Who's Number 1 qualifier winner, Evan Levy. Cassia Mora is going to be taking on Jesse Crane. Lucas Lira is going to be taking Hussam Alabed. And in the feature match of the undercard, Achilles Rocha against Cameron Couch. So just an absolutely stacked card from top to bottom, main card, undercard. We're going to have excitement. We're going to see some of the best submission grapplers out here tonight. And Part of the thing that makes Who's Number One very special is the rule set. We're going to kick things over to Reed Colano from FloGrappling to describe the intricate rules that make Who's Number One so exciting.
Welcome to Who's Number One, the premier proving ground for the world's best grapplers. And now right here on this very stage, 2 grapplers will enter and only one will leave victorious. All matches are 15 minutes in length, except where otherwise noted, with no points, no advantages, and no interruptions. Just elite competitive grappling. There are 2 ways to win. The first is, of course, the most preferred, by submission. And here at Who's Number One, all submissions are legal. Heel hooks, arm bars, twisters, and beyond, the world's best have all the tools at their disposal. And if at any point either competitor taps, the match is over. But if there isn't a submission, we will rely on 3 neutral side judges to determine a winner. Their decision will be based on our Who's Number One judging criteria, which is unique to this match. Now, above all, we are looking for aggression. That means never taking a backward step and moving forward at all costs. We're looking for dangerous submission attacks. That means attempts that will result in a near submission, okay? Leave your 50-50 ankle locks at home. We don't need them. And if it doesn't result in a reaction or a hyperextension, they simply won't count. And finally, positional control. That means guard passes, mount, back takes, anything that leads to positional dominance. The match will be judged in its entirety, and the person with the better display of effective grappling skill will get their hand raised. The referee is also neutral and does not take part in the judge's decisions. His role is purely to control the action on the mats and reset the action should it go out of bounds. This is elite grappling competition at its purest form. A showcase for the world's best grapplers on the world's biggest stage. Just the best fighting the best. It's the only way to truly find out who's number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas, this is Who's Number 123? Brought to you by Destination Jiu-Jitsu, Swain by Dahlimer, Defense Soap, and King's Kimonos. Reign supreme. Our judges in the arena and sitting mat side are João Astoniches, Antonio Sacconi, Vinicius Agudo, and Gabriel Martins. And now it's time to begin the first bout of the evening in the Who's Number One welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his Who's Number One debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in 171 pounds. Fighting out of Gracie Jim Richardson in Richardson, Texas, Marlon Tanaka.
Marlon Tanaka makes his Who's Number One debut. Local athlete representing Gracie Jim. He's got some big wins under his portfolio there, right. Sean Williams.
He recently finished, I think it was recently finished AJ Agazam in a straight footlock, so you might see him go on that because it was actually a counter attack, and then he got into a leg isolation, so I'll walk you through that if I see it coming.
And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his Who's Number One debut. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in 170.2 pounds. Fighting out of New Wave Jiu-Jitsu in Austin, Texas, Evan Levy.
The winner of the Who's Number One qualifier at the sub-only finishers, Evan Levy, makes his long-awaited Who's Number One debut. All right, let's take a look at this welterweight tale of the tape. Marlon Tanaka, 26 years old, 5'8", weighed in at 170 pounds. And Evan Levy, 24 years old, 5'8", 170.2 pounds. All right, we're gonna kick things over to Gabriel Martins to begin tonight's first match. Here we go.
And Evan Levy looked really good on the footage that I've watched of him winning that. He looks pretty classic new wave. So, you know, you're going to see a guy that's very good at leg attacks. Wrestling here, he's got double underhooks. Just got to get around the corner.
Oh, nice counter attempt there by Tanaka.
Try to belly the back. Was at least able to clear him off there. But, yeah, you'll see a guy in Evan that's got very high-level leg attacks and in back control. When he gets into back control, you'll see that little system. So.
You hear the name Levy, it's no coincidence. Who's Number One debut, the brother of Amanda Levy, who competed at Who's Number One of the greatest female submission grapplers out there. Looking forward to her return one day. And Evan wants to make a name for himself. He won the sub-only finishers. He's won countless local events, but now it's his time to shine here on the big stage of Who's Number One.
Amanda had great wrestling as well. Like you could see Evan just doing that snap down, that little shot right there. He could easily get in on the leg here, I believe. He's done a very good job of snapping Tanaka's arms down with not really that much response on the level change. So in that right underhook, as the hips come back from Tanaka, you could see him snap him down into a front head arm. He's working right into the clinch though.
Tanaka in the press conference, he said, you know what, I'm mostly a gi guy, but he is a submission hunter, and that's why we brought him out here. He's got, you know, he's from the area. He's got some vicious ankle locks, as you mentioned. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out once they hit the floor.
It's a nice underhook he's got there. He can do a lot of different things there. He's trying to get his hip in. You can hit ducks. You can snap downs when the hips come back. There's the snap down the front head arm. So as the hips come back, you force the hips back to get the front head arm.
Man,
scenario.
I'm really liking a lot of the setups that we're seeing from Evan, although he hasn't been able to finish them. Just countless setups and just chaining together a lot of different movements from the standing position.
Yeah, that was it. Me too. Ricardo is very, it's right there. But that was a nice little Uchimata as well, a little counter at Uchimata to clear things out for Tanaka. So.
Just a reminder for you guys at home, this is a 9-minute match, so in about 38 seconds, you're going to hear the first judge's favorite. Just to remind you, the judge's favorite doesn't, we're not counting rounds here, so no one's winning a round. It's just to tell you who is winning the match thus far if it goes to a decision and there's no submission. Hopefully, we will see someone tap out.
So Tanaka looks really comfortable with that Uchimata counter. So that might be putting Evan just a little, cause a little hesitation. He's getting in there. He can win on a single. There's a nice little arm drag. I don't really know Evan's game from here, but that snap down the front head arm was really nice. The first time he did that was very nice. They're actually going to Tanaka. There, he's got to the back.
Nice takedown by Evan Levy, getting to the back now of Marlon Tanaka.
You want to kill an Uchimata, that's you go around that back hip. That really helps settle that Uchimata counter down. And Evan Levy just demonstrated there. Mora here.
From this far angle, it looks like he's got almost like a crucifix with the leg entangled as well. Now sitting up to top, side half guard. Levy progressing. Tanaka now working a little half guard sweep of his own, but he got sucked right into the 50-50 per sec of Evan Levy.
Yeah, and that was initially where Tanaka hit that straight footlock. It was more of a straight footlock on that exposed left leg over there, but now he's in 50-50, a little bit different now. Tanaka's base looks really good right now. He's set in heavy on that right leg. He's trying to get that right knee to the floor.
Yeah,
good job there.
It was interesting. Right when they said the judges' favor, who they favored Tanaka thus far, that's when everything changed.
Yeah.
So that's once again explaining the how the judges' favor work. Everything could change in the next judge's favor. They're obviously going to be saying Evan Levy because he's been positionally dominant thus far, even though he hasn't had the positions for a long time. He's had more offensive now. Things change minute to minute here at who's number one. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in this match. We look at the background, we see one of our main event athletes, Vagner Rocha, getting a look at the venue here, and Evan Levy now on a nice heel hook attempt. Tanaka just slipping right out. Nice sweep to get to the top position by Marlon Tanaka. Wrapping the legs, nice little pass there.
Tanaka doing a great job of getting the back flat and getting in a really solid position here now with the head arm half guard here, chest to chest. Using that right leg to try to keep away that lockdown or inside scorpion, we call it. And, did a good job doing that.
Tanaka now got the head and arm locked up, trying to progress, trying to pass that half guard, using that pressure.
Yeah, Levy is doing a good job on his left side of stiff arming that hip down to create some space. Now he's worked that right arm underneath, so it'll be a few little bumps, and you'll see his right underhook sort of slip in there. As soon as he beats the elbow, he'll go into a right underhook position.
Judges favor red.
Interesting, the judges favor red, and that the second judges favor, even though Tanaka got a couple sweeps, but Levy now recovering. Tanaka continuing to keep tons of pressure up top.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of keeping that pressure, staying above the knee. Close guard now, fine.
Evan with a nice arm attempt there, trying to trap that shoulder. Looking for a short arm bar. And that hook underneath. We could be seeing a nice shoulder crunch sweep here.
Yeah, there's the foot's on the hip. That's a little bit better. But really, he got on the wrong hip from the get-go with just the arm. When you have just the arm, going out to the Udagatami side, a little more favorable. Tanaka almost passing. He's forward now. He should go now. Just put his right hook inside the leg. There, he got moved backwards. His weight was well forward. Would have been a very nice passing attempt if we put the hook inside the leg.
Levy trying to wrap up that head, recovers guard once again. Get it back into the half guard. Tanaka once again establishing that grip there, but Levy just doing a great job of making space. Minute 25 seconds left.
They're trying to go one way, cut back the other. Let's see if he can just step out that right leg. He's going to go after his leg attack of his own here. In the inside Tanaka position. But left his leg a little hanging out, so this will be interesting. His leg's a bit caught up, so if Evan can get a good bite on that heel, there he got it out. Let's see if Tanaka can either counterattack by looping the right leg over or free the feet from behind using that right foot behind the back and then drive in.
Tanaka sitting back on the straight ankle. Something tells me that wasn't the greatest of ideas at this point. He's now going for a toe hold.
There, that's a good counter toe hold, but that heel hook's even tighter on that opposite side.
Oh, it looks like he was just about to tap there. Tanaka now trying to counter to get to the back of Evan Levy. Levy counters and sucks him right back up into entanglement.
It was a very nice counter. It's a little shallow. Now he goes on that straight foot lock. This is kind of, yeah, he missed it.
And that is it. This is a tough one. I do not know who won that. I will be very honest.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
Tanaka had some great pressure there on the end, just really sort of stalemating everything Levy did and driving in. Some very close passing attempts, but yes, I agree, Ricardo. Very, very close.
Let's take a look at the replay. As both men came out, we saw a lot of takedown attempts, nice wrestling attempts from Evan Levy. Nice counter by Marlon Tanaka. Wasn't able to really solidify it. Plenty of wrestling in this match. In the beginning, beautiful takedown by Evan Levy. Was able to get to the back for a sec. And then we saw a leg lock battle towards the end of the match. Tanaka used that to come up on top. But we're gonna go to the judges to find out who is the winner here in just a sec. All right, let's see what our head official, Gabriel Martins, and the judges have decided.
And your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Evan Levy.
Evan Levy gets the win. I think it was the submission attempts that made the difference. As this is a sub-only format, we want to see who's going after those submissions. We're going to kick things over to Kendall Rusing for a word with Evan Levy. Great match to kick things off here at Who's Number 123.
Congratulations, what a huge victory here on the Who's Number 1 stage. How does it feel to have your first time here be a victory?
It feels really good. I don't think my match was that good. Kind of felt crappy. I think I could have did a lot of things better, especially being part of Team New Wave. But I've been with them for 6 months, and then I just gotta keep working. Hopefully I get back to the stage and I can prove myself that I am better than what I showed tonight.
Well, what can the fans hope to expect if you say you're wanting to bring a new package and you're looking to come back on the stage? What kind of style are we talking about?
I felt like I was a little stuck in the guard more than I should be, considering I used to play bottom a lot more. I'd like to show a lot more of my top game, passing, that we've been working on, and then getting to the back and finishing, or finishing from top position.
Awesome. So congratulations again on your first win back here. Is there anyone in particular, as you look to climb the ranks coming into Who's Number 1, that you would like to have a match with in the future?
I think Jet Thompson, I beat him once. I think he got a lot better over the past months. I think I should have did a better performance tonight. Max Hansen is another incredible competitor. But I just want to test myself against everybody that's above me and that's been on the stage more than me, and just show what I'm capable of.
All right, you heard it here first. Let's give a congratulations to our first champion of the night one more time. Nice.
Thank you.
Now don't go anywhere, because we have a very, very special video for you. We have a tease of a very special documentary coming your way. Stay tuned.
Welcome, we're here at the Roots compound. This has been our happy place for the last couple of years. Day 3, maybe 4, we lost track here at the camp. You guys even remember why this 6-minute MMA fight started? Surprisingly yawning. It's like jiu-jitsu, it's like surfing, you know? Everyone got their own style they gotta develop.
They're risk takers. We all knew they were gonna be superstars.
The boys always say, we want to bring jiu-jitsu back to its roots. That's what I see them portraying and living out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match takes place in the Who's Number 1 flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making her Who's Number 1 debut. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in 126 pounds. Fighting out of Bastos Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Midland, Texas, Cassia Mora.
From the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, all the way to the stage of Who's Number One, Cassia Mora makes her Who's Number One debut.
Strong wrestling, but 100% will just dive on a flying triangle as well. So this will be exciting.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She has a record of 2 wins, 4 losses. She stands 4 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 123.6 pounds. Fighting out of All-American by way of Team Moeller in Dallas, Texas, Jessie Crane.
Jessie Crane, a Who's Number One veteran, has returned to Who's Number One, and she's got her hands filled with Cassia Mora. Hometown hero here, Jessie Crane representing Moeller Jiu-Jitsu. We're gonna take a look at the tail of the tape of this women's flyweight matchup. Cassia, only 18 years old, 5'5", weighed in at 126 pounds. Jessie Crane, 22 years old, 4'11", 123.6 pounds. Here we go. Cassia Mora actually coming off a double gold at the IBJJF Pan Am's brown belt division. Pulls guard right away on Jessie Crane.
Jessie Crane likes the leg attack, so we'll have to see if that's something that she goes to from the top position, just to test Cassia's defense.
Cassia training at Midland, training in Midland, Texas, representing Bastos BJJ, head coach Professor Bruno Bastos, team lead Jessie Crane, right here in Dallas, Moeller Jiu-Jitsu, Alan Moeller's team. And Jessie's got wins in Who's Number One over Jessie Stemple, Lauren Sears, Alexa Yanis. She knows how to play the Who's Number One submission-only game. There's been a lot of buzz about Cassia Mora, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah. You can see Cassia Mora, she's trying a flying arm lock, flying triangle. She's thinking about it big time, but right now Jessie's reading that nicely. When they're on the feet, she's in very good passing position. She makes a deep right underhook. There it goes. Now she can get down chest to chest and put a little more pressure.
Cassia in a nice knee-cut position. You see Jessie's right hand kind of synced in, maintaining the grip on Cassia's leg, trying to get her prevention there. What else is she looking for in that position?
Yeah, she could go arm and guillotine passes Darcis off that overhook there. She's digging that right hand, but Jessie keeps taking her left arm out, but that now has led us to here where her left arm is now compromised, trying to use her head to walk the arm up. Here comes an underhook on that right side. There she's using her head again. Now she can use the hand on the knees. Once she's got her head up that high, she can use the hand on the knees and walk towards us, and that will help her drive that knee to the floor. And if that happens, you're going to most likely see a near immediate Katagatami attack. The head walked up there. If she can just get her knee out there, which over time she should. She'd walk her foot up the floor. The knees are pinned on the mat, so.
There you see Bruno Bastos in the corner of Cassia Mora. Bruno's got a big team out here in Arlington, affiliate Alvarez BJJ, Danny Alvarez. Brought a big cheering section here as well. Cassia looking to pass, but almost looks like she was threatening the arm a little bit as well.
Judges favor blue.
Judges favor Cassia Mora so far. Dominant positioning, looks like she almost could pass or get to the back. Jessie Crane now trying to suck up that leg for a half guard, but Mora's in dominant position.
Yeah, she's doing a good job with the foot now. Yeah, what you could see Crane here trying to get into deep half with that right scoop. Oh, she took it out. Now she's going across the hip, which means she'll just try to run away. Jesse's arm, as you can get it, might be a good idea to work this right arm inside that bicep to assist. You get off the hips, but you save your arm. So
just a ton of pressure from Mora. And just kind of shutting down any half guard attempt by Jessie Crane. Very frustrating position to be in.
And into the deep half, hiding her left arm very well now. Now she's got to put a left hook underneath the leg. If she puts the left hook under, there she goes, and that'll help her come to the top safely.
Nice little rotation to get to the top, but Cassia defends, pins her to the mat again. And it, ended the position with a nice little inverted armbar. A mirror lock. Thank you, Kendall Rusing, for pointing that out.
That's right. That thing can make you squirm.
Oh yeah.
Nonetheless. We could see that later.
Cassia trying to kick that leg free. She gets it done. Passes. Gets the side control.
Yeah, excellent positioning here for Cassia. Just so tight. Right arm. So we'll see if she starts to slide the right knee through the middle. She's really anchored that left hand down in the armpit there. So she could start walking under the leg a little and then use the right arm to help.
Cassia blocking the hips of Crane, redirecting so she can get her hips behind her hips and eventually to the back. Jessie with a nice little rollout, but Cassia is just stuck on that back now. Both hooks in, as it looks like. Yep. Cassia's got a great position to finish. Can't see where the hands are, but it looks like Jessie's defending the submission there. Flattened her right out.
She's got her flat now, so now she can start, she could even start fishing with both hands here, left and right hands, if she can maintain that face down position. Jessie needs to have that cross wrist tie and then shoehorn in there. She needs to continue to look to the ceiling, keep that left elbow heavy.
Judges favor blue.
And beat the head position. Right now she has not beat Cassia's head. She's got to get around the head by pushing her body up with the legs. That gets you around the head. That's really one of the big problems when you're on the control side, is the head position of your opponent can be so good you can't get your head on the floor.
Cassia's arm over the chin, but she still went for that rear naked choke. Switching up angles now. Cassia on it again. You can see Jessie's face. Looks like she is in trouble. The young Brazilian, only 18 years old, I mentioned, actually celebrated 1 year living in the United States, teaching jiu-jitsu here in Texas, and she is just dominating this match so far.
Jessie needs to get the cross hand, cross wrist of that strangle hand, so that will help her work herself out.
Jessie doing a great job keeping composed, and one escape, if she can just free herself from those hooks, that could completely change the match. You know, we talk about Cassia, she's only 18, so she doesn't have a ton of experience, but she came from a really good jiu-jitsu camp. She was only a blue belt I think about a year ago, and look at her just continuing to dominate here. She's got the rear naked choke, but it looks like it's on the chin now, and gets the submission. Cassia Mora just submitted Jessica Crane here at Who's Number 123. Dominant performance.
Yeah. Very physical, very good position the entire time. Just tight, just glued on Jessie Crane the entire time.
Yeah, just an absolutely dominant performance from start to finish. Congratulations to this young lady here in her Who's Number 1 debut. That's what you want to make a debut on Who's Number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by rear naked choke submission out of the blue corner, Cassia Mora!
Cassia Mora gets her first submission here at Who's Number One by rear naked choke against the veteran of Who's Number One. As we said, absolutely dominant performance for this young lady. Our coach Bruno Bastos is going to come over for some translation, and we're going to kick things over to Kendall. Oh, sorry. We're going to take a look at the replay first. I got a little excited there, Sean Williams. Okay, let's take a look at the replay. You see the pass from Cassia Mora. She was able to get her foot free eventually and was able to work to the back position. And once she got those hooks in, she did not let go. She attacked and attacked and attacked, was able to just flatten Jessie Crane out and just dominate from this position. And eventually gets the submission in her Who's Number One debut. And now we're gonna kick things over to Kendall Rusing forward with our winner.
Cassia Mora, congratulations on your victory here at your Who's Number One debut. And not only that, your 1-year anniversary in the United States, right? How does that feel?
Eu estou muito nervosa, mas esse é meu primeiro campeonato profissional e eu tenho apenas 18 anos, como eu falei, né? Competindo com uma faixa preta, isso para mim é incrível. Eu acho que eu tenho muito a evoluir meu jiu-jitsu e acho que eu estou umas das cabeças, só que ainda vocês não me descobriram, mas pode crer que eu vou ser uma joia rara no futuro.
So basically, she said she was very nervous. It's her first professional match. She's just 18 years old, and then people don't know much about her here, but they're gonna know soon because she's already considered herself one of the best in the world, and she's gonna prove that she's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely saw that tonight. A highly accomplished competitor that you came out and had a submission victory over. What can the fans expect to see more of when they're watching you on the mats? Because I know we're going to get to see you again sometime soon.
Yeah. Eles podem esperar muita agressividade, que eu sou... Eu me considero uma menina muito agressiva. Eu entro no tatame para pegar. Eu vim do Rio de Janeiro, sou brasileira, né? Eu tenho um jiu-jitsu muito bonito para mim e também acho que minha família e meus amigos do Brasil estão orgulhosos de mim. Eu também estou orgulhosa de mim e deles. Muito obrigada.
Like, I have aggressive jiu-jitsu, I have aggressive style, so that's what you guys can expect. I know that I have a beautiful jiu-jitsu. I believe I have a beautiful jiu-jitsu. I came from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I know that like all my friends and family there are very happy, and that's for them as well.
Let's give it up one more time for our champion. Congratulations, Cassia Mora.
Congratulations, Cassia Mora. We're going to be taking a break, and we'll be back with more action here at Who's Number One 23. Coming up next, we have a very, very anticipated match between Lucas Lida and Hussam Alabed. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. This event is sponsored by King's Kimonos. King's is a world leader in jiu-jitsu gear and apparel. Premium crafted products worn by the sport's biggest names. King's Kimonos reign supreme.
Coming up next, a match in the Who's #1 light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his Who's #1 debut. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in 190.8 pounds. Fighting out of Aries BJJ in Irving, Texas, Hussam Alabed.
Hussam Alabed makes his Who's #1 debut, known as an amazing wrestler. He wants to test his guard passing skills here against Lucas Lero today.
Yeah, has really nice wrestling. I would be surprised if we see some ducks if it stays on the feet and well. Very talented wrestler.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also making his Who's #1 debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in 203.4 pounds. Fighting out of Atos Jiu-Jitsu in Miami, Florida, Lucas Lera.
Lucas Lera makes his Who's #1 debut. We were looking to get Lucas on the card for a long time. The timing just wasn't right, but he finally is here. Man, there's a lot of buzz around this young man here.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. And he's sort of one of these guys who's flying under the radar right now. So we'll talk more about that as he gets into it, what we can expect to see from this young man, but very talented.
All right, let's take a look at this tail of the tape, this light heavyweight matchup. Lucas Lera, 26 years old, 5'9", weighed in at 203.4 pounds. His opponent, 26 years old, 5'10", 190.8 pounds. Hussam Alabed versus Lucas Lera. Here we go.
Yeah, Lera, one that has a very, very good guard and can wrestle as well. His guard is, if you can't even be late, if his inverted guard, if you walk around even carelessly whatsoever, he'll snag your leg while he's inverted. It's done it many times and very good, so we're in for a good one.
We talk about the wrestling of Hussam. Lucas at the press conference says he's not impressed at all by Hussam's wrestling. Played some mental warfare. Hussam with a nice shot there. Lucas with a nice little counter.
Yeah, the footage I've seen from Hussam, he sort of looks like he specializes in these ducks. He's very good at the duck unders and the firemen's. There's the leg entanglement right now. He's on a heel, but it's loose, a little bit shallow. But now, if we see Lera sit down, watch if Hussam walks around and his feet are within any reach at all, with not the hands but the legs as he inverts, you'll see him just go suck that leg right in. It's very good at it.
Lucas, nice little elevation, attacking the leg of Hussam. Gets the sweep, gets to the top position. Hussam reverses out. Gotta like this pace so far, Sean Williams.
Absolutely.
Hussam said he hopes that Lucas pulls guard because he wants to show his passing and prove that he's not just a wrestler and he's got a lot of different skills. Lucas working that De La Riva from the bottom position.
Hussam needs to keep that right knee open right now. He's got to open up that right knee. If it gets caved in, yeah, it'll be a little easier for Lera to get around the legs.
Hussam doing a great job riding out top position here. Attacking the heel is Lucas Lera. Lucas using that attack to get to the top position. Hussam elevating Lucas right away.
Yeah, Hussam did a great job of staying calm, composed, defend, kept his legs from being completely isolated on that heel hook, but Lera using it to get to the top position very, very well.
Lucas Lera on top of Hussam Alabed. Hussam fighting out of Irving, Texas, representing Aries BJJ. Lucas Lera, Atos representative from Miami, Florida.
Lera trying to slide by, but nice inversion there by Sam inverted nicely, in on the leg. Got to fix his legs a little bit. Yeah, his legs were a little out of position. Very good pace.
Yeah, this is oh, Sam got the nice double leg takedown.
The shot from pretty far away, but was able to pull the legs in.
That shot was from one edge of the mat to the other.
Right. Yep.
Be interesting to see who
Judges
wins
favor red.
Lucas Lero gets the first judge's favor.
In on the leg now is Lucas Lero is going to go over the top. Hassan doing a good job here. This is where he can take the back if he has that move in him. Dive the leg back, roll through, but I don't know if that's in his arsenal. He's going to have to back step while keeping that right knee free. Doesn't look like that's what he wants to do, but good to sit down, scoot away, exit the legs nicely.
Lucas Lero now trying to get under the hips.
Using the kiss of the dragon here to try to get in on a leg now. He's pretty deep, but the right leg needs to get into a little bit of a different position here.
Lucas now has the heel.
Yep.
And Hussam just slides right out.
Yep, that far leg just wasn't quite where I'm sure he wanted it to be. Couldn't quite keep the leg well. Nice bite on the heel, but Son trying to get in through the legs there. Goes on a rolling guillotine. Is in like a little berimbolo position, but this ended up getting stuck in a toe hold.
Lucas Lero now, bottom position. It's been a great match so far. The pace of this match has been the best of all the undercards so far.
Stepping over that foot there from Hassan. He's trying to get work to the side. Now it's a little risky there. Yeah, driving in that at that position was a bit risky. Again, he's doing a great job of keeping his knees out of danger. Just letting him exit those legs, recover well. Looking for a false sweep, but
Gonna get another judge's favor in a second.
Judge's favor red.
Lucas Lero. Again, this is not rounds. The judges are just saying if the match were to go to a decision right now, Lero would be winning. But if we saw anything, Hussam could pull a takedown or anything out of his hat at any moment. So let's see in this last 3 minutes. Nice little pass attempt there.
this is where Lero gets a little dangerous. He goes after that far leg as you circle around his head. So Hassan's got to stay composed here and not just try to recklessly run around the head.
So I'm dropping that knee down. Now looking to separate legs. Lucas Lero on the heel once again.
Oh, he's got a good position here, Hassan, if he can lock the body in, but he couldn't quite get there.
Husam's position reminds me of Rustam Chizev. Just, you know, that awkward stalking distance that he stays. He's not super tight, not trying to pin, but he's not super far away. He's just in the middle.
Yeah. He's doing a good job of, like I said, keeping his knees safe. Got to keep that right knee closed a little bit now. Just attempted Sumigashi to get under the leg. Nice.
Beautiful hip movement by Husam, and great recovery by Lucas Lira.
115.
Minute and 7 seconds left in this match. We're back to the feet. .47 seconds left. Husam stalking Lucas Lira. Lucas trying to sit up on that single. Lucas just shutting, or Husam just shutting it down.
Lucas needs to get his leg inside, so he's going to try to pull at it. Yeah, he's trying to straight foot lock there. He's going to try to invert his left knee inside, but I think Hassan's going to do a great job here of keeping his feet too safe.
Husam now sits back for a straight ankle lock. Lucas saying he's got nothing.
Yeah.
Stands right up, kicks out. Double underhook for a sec there. Lucas steps over in the closing second of this match. This was a great match.
Yeah,
a lot of action
really
from start to finish. I think Lucas had a lot more attacks, definitely a lot more submission attacks. Let's take a look at the replay. Hopefully we can take a look at that big double leg that Husam was able to bust out. A lot of leg attacks, a lot of inversions. This match had a whole lot of everything. Lucas's guard was just on point. But man, Husam was just able to defend there. Here's that double leg we talked about. Beautiful takedown attempt there by Husam. And his hip switching and everything was just really, really cool to see. But let's see what the judges are gonna say here in this matchup. Referee Gabriel Martins, calling both Lucida King, Gordon Ryan in attendance here. And Marcus Buchecha in the house as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match has gone the distance. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Lucas Lira.
And there it is, Lucas Lira from Atos Jiu-Jitsu gets the win. I think that was a very fair decision. A lot more submission attempts that Lucas had. It was a very chippy match, but those attacks definitely made for that decision. We're going to kick things over to Kevin Rusing for a word with our winner.
Lucas Lira, congratulations on your win here on your Who's Number One debut. What were you thinking walking out to these mats for the first time?
Feeling proud of myself, with everything that went into my life recently and the journey itself, 9 years training. I think all to be here, all to be in the big stage and to finally get my debut going, it's definitely a moment to be proud of myself, proud of my team, proud of my wife, proud of the work that I've been putting on.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about, we got the champion fit here on the left, we got Against All Odds, clearly making a statement coming out. Against All Odds coming and getting a big win, that's got to feel amazing.
Yeah, not a big win, right? A big win would be with an inside heel hook like I had planned in my mind. But guy was tough, has a wrestling background. All props to him for defending well. I would say that this is the 50% Lucas Lira that you guys are seeing here in the match today. Not that I haven't prepared myself, but like I said in the press conference yesterday, I've been training mainly with white and blue belts, but I have a big support behind my back. Professor Andre and Angelica in San Diego, the Atos headquarters teams. They always support me, so I'm sure for my next Who's Number One, I'm gonna properly go to San Diego and get a camp going with the guys there, and I'm sure I'm gonna be able to get more submissions for you guys. And yeah, Champion Fit is what makes me have the discipline and the work ethic to be training hard every day. Keeps me out of injuries. Yourself did a hard workout this morning, right? How was it?
Man, it was amazing. Maggie kicked our butts for sure.
I do that 6 times a week. I train 6 times a week, Champion Fit, and now finally I have some mats that I'm laying out in our space there in Miami, and I've been training Jiu-Jitsu. But it's just gonna get better. You guys are gonna see a much better version of myself in the next fight, hopefully.
So if that was 50% and we're looking at 100, is there anybody you want to bring that 100% to in particular?
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of names that I would like to fight. Yesterday in the press conference, I said that my ultimate goal is to eventually in the future fight for the title. But I know that I'm not even close to there yet, so I lost a close match. I believe he's here, Vagner Rocha. I lost to him at No Gi Pants. I know he's here in Texas. His gym is here. I have a lot of respect for him. He was able to submit me in a match that I was winning, so I would love to run that one back. He's a tough fighter. I know that he's preparing for Oliver Taza now at UFC Fight Pass, so I would love to get this match going here at Who's Number 1. I know that he's ranked number 10 in the world right now at FloGrappling 205. If he wants to fight 195, 205, whatever the weight is, I just want to get that rematch going, and you better accept it. That's it.
All right, let's hear it one more time for our champion, Lucas Lero. Congratulations. Nice. Congrats. Nice work.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be returning with our final undercard match of the night, where we will see Achilles Rocha against Cameron Couch. Big Comfy, they call him. There he is, Achilles Rocha, the first Rocha family member for tonight. We'll be right back, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you see on the screen,
Tonight's Who's Number 1 is presented by Defense Soap, now the official soap and body wipe of FloGrappling. Protecting you for over 15 years. Defend what you have built.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout takes place in the Who's Number 1 light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He has a Who's Number 1 record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in 203.2 pounds. Fighting out of VRMA by way of Fight Sports in Hollywood, Florida, Achilles Rocha!
Achilles Rocha makes his return to Who's Number 1. This young man had an impressive first match at Who's Number 1 in the past, and the first of the fighting Rocha family here on Who's Number 123 tonight.
Yeah, he's exciting to watch. He just goes for it. Very talented young man.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. With a record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 190 pounds. Fighting out of Team Moeller in Dallas, Texas, Cameron Couch.
They call him Big Comfy. He ran right out to the mat, fighting out of Dallas, Texas, representing Moeller. He's got actually a win in Who's Number 1 over Isaiah Wright. This is going to be a scrap, Sean Williams.
It is. You can't sleep on Couch's wrestling, man. You really will put your feet over your head.
All right, let's take a look at this light heavyweight tale of the tape. Achilles Rocha, 17 years old, 6 foot, 203.2 pounds. Cameron Couch, 33 years old, 5'11", 190 pounds. Here we go. Cameron with a nice double leg attempt right into the armbar of Achilles Rocha. Achilles has the arm extended. Is he gonna submit? Cameron Couch, beautiful submission by Achilles Rocha. Oh my gosh, that was insane.
that's
wow.
I couldn't even say it. I mean, that's where Achilles will just throw everything at you. And beautiful double leg right into a deep arm lock.
We've been buzzing about Achilles Rocha for this very reason.
Achilles Rocha!
Wow. What a submission by this young man. That's what I'm talking about.
That is.
Bad respect to Cameron Couch, big comfy, super nice guy. Let's take a look at that replay. Beautiful double leg, get it elevated, but get caught right in that arm bar with the overhook as he rolled over. Achilles doubled up, went all in and extended that arm.
Yeah, he's able to take advantage of that really well and actually recovered it from a nice position to secure that thing. He had his leg in the middle and recovered so well.
All right, let's kick things over to Kendall Rizzi with the workbar winner.
Congratulations on not only a submission victory, but we just got the official word that it is the fastest submission in Who's Number One history. That's got to feel really good.
That's really cool. Like, I did not expect that at all. I had the plan to go for a flying armbar, but you know, that was a maybe. I didn't think I was gonna get it, but.
So it was the plan, or it wasn't the plan? The plan was to go for it, but not necessarily.
Yeah, you know, it's either a hit or miss, but luckily I caught it, and hopefully it looked really cool. I haven't seen it yet, but let's go.
There was definitely, I mean, if luck is the word, you got a lot of it tonight. So this is an incredible night for the Rocha family, and we have you come out, start things off with a bang. I can imagine that backstage or in your corner, your family's feeling pretty good. I think, you know, definitely making jiu-jitsu history, the first time we've had 3 people from the same family on one Who's Number One show.
It's crazy to think about, you know, my dad, me, my sister, all here on the highest level. It's an awesome experience and an even better memory.
So after tonight, any big ideas that you have for Who's Number One? I mean, we have got to have you back on this stage after that electrifying submission.
You know, I always call people up, but I never actually get to fight. I don't have anybody in mind. I want someone that's ranked, you know, top 10, top 15. I want to get my name out there and start being seen some more.
Looking to break into the rankings, and definitely well-deserved. Let's give another huge round of applause to our champion, Achilles Rocha.
Beautiful submission, beautiful win by Achilles Rocha. This is the end of the undercard. Free on social media on FloGrappling as well. Guys, for the rest of the main card here at Who's Number 123, you're gonna have to go to FloGrappling.com. This card is absolutely stacked. You have no reason, if you're a grappling fan, not to be a subscriber. And we have more events coming up on Flo's schedule, which we'll be announcing very soon. So that is the end of the free broadcast. Go to FloGrappling.com/sign-up. Get your subscription today. We'll be back shortly for the main card. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Tonight's Who's Number One is presented by Destination Jiu-Jitsu. Win a free, all-inclusive, epic jiu-jitsu retreat with world-class instructors in Turks and Caicos. Just scan the QR code here and fill out the form to enter to win. Details are at destinationjj.com. Our grand prize winner and runner